Hey friends, Hattie here from Honeybee Stampers. Welcome to our happy hour with Honeybee Stampers. I am excited to be here again this week to share with you some really awesome product. As you guys know, it is still celebration, so it is actually Wednesday, January 18th, and celebration is going on for another 2 weeks, so I get to showcase some of the celebration product. Before we hop into this today, I want to go over a few things, just making sure that I am live in the right spot and everything is looking good. If you do catch me live, definitely let me know that you're watching. I love to see who's watching, who's able to watch, and that I can even interact with you. So that's going to be fun. So if you're watching, definitely comment, share this video if you can. That would be amazing. So we will get started in just a minute. So I want to share the host code before I forget. And I actually forgot to do the do not disturb. So hopefully we'll get through this whole video without any issues. So the host code for this month is right here. It's B3BNHTP7. If you're like, what is a host code? That's basically a little code that you would put in when you place an order so that I would get credit for your order. And then when I see that come through, I will be sending out little happy mail. So there's that. And then just this past weekend, we had a demo Stampin' Share. And so I'm going to show you the projects from that. Demo Stampin' Share is an event that I put on for demonstrators, any demonstrators. So demonstrators that are on my team. When you're a demonstrator, that just simply means that you've bought the starter kit. And doesn't mean that you have to do what I do. It just means you want the discount on all this product. And so you've purchased the starter kit, but then you also get perks. So I'm going to show you guys the projects that we created this Saturday because they're fun and they're cute. And we're going to actually be making one of them today. So here's one of the cards that we made this weekend. That was a project that I presented at OnStage. Here's another one. So for this demo Stampin' Share, we actually did a sampling of product that's in the current catalog. Oops, that's upside down. That was fun. And I just wanted to show everyone how beautiful the new product is, teach you a few things about the product, and then have you go home with some samples. Lots of great samples that you can use and share with your for yourself or even for customers if you do run this as a business. I do have one kit left. So if you're interested in that demo Stampin' Share kit, it also comes with other perks like business trainings. So just reach out to me and let me know if you're interested in that. Okay. So one of the cards that we did, I didn't show you, but I will show you in just a minute. That's the card that we're going to actually make today. But let me introduce to you the product here that I'm going to be featuring. So the Fragrant Flowers, this is a stamp set. It's actually a bundle. Here are the dies that coordinate with it. And you can find this in the mini catalog here. Let me flip through it really quick. On page 21 of this mini catalog, hopefully you guys have your catalogs. I did mail out some catalogs yesterday to people who requested them. So let me tell you, when I send out my catalogs, I will send them out using a mailing selector. And if you place an order with me in the past 6 months to a year, then you would automatically get a catalog. However, if you place an order with me, but you had me place the order, sometimes you aren't on the list because your name isn't registering. It ends up coming up under my name. And so that's why I had some people that are like, hey, I placed an order, I didn't get a catalog. That's why you got missed. So I'm sorry about that. But if you are one of those people, make sure you let me know and I can get a catalog out to you. So on page 21, you're going to see the stamp set here and the coordinating dies and some really pretty samples. But the great thing during celebration is that they came out with some coordinating paper. So here is the paper, and you guys, we did this last week. And thank you for the orders that came through from last week. I was excited to see that you guys actually ordered that bundle, which means that you loved the projects that I shared. Okay, so on page 10 and 11, we've got a spread of cards that feature the favored flowers. And these samples are gorgeous. I actually didn't, when I was designing the cards that I'm doing today, I didn't really pay attention to these samples, but I probably should have because I think they're beautiful. So we're going to do some project. I'm going to share some cards with this and then we're going to put a card together. So let me go through the designer series paper here because this photo right here never ever does it justice. Now, let's set this to the side. This paper right here will come to you for free if you place a $50 order and you choose Favored Flowers as your free celebration item. So here's one side, and then there's the other side, and they complement each other so well. That doesn't always happen, but here's one side, and then here's the other. Some geometric shapes there. Here's one side of paper, and actually this paper can be die cut with the dies that we have. So here are the dies that coordinate with it. And if you use this die right here, you can die cut out these flowers. And if you use this small little die right here, you could die cut out these flowers. So that's always fun when Stampin' Up! Thinks about that kind of thing. Makes it easier, makes our lives easier. And these flowers are they're done beautifully. There is a stamp in the stamp set that is actually this flower. You can see it here. So this flower and this flower. But, I mean, they've colored it all for you, so it just takes the guesswork out of it. Okay, and then there's that side. And then there's these two. This is the front, or this is one side and this is the other. Love that together. And then we've got this one, and I will flip that one over because I used a lot of this already. Okay, and then we've got this one. So these two together. All right, so that paper is amazing. Let me show you some projects that I created featuring that Favored Flowers paper. Let's see, where do we start? Well, let's start with one that you probably have seen a lot of. So it's going to be this one right here. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for hopping on. Hi, Nan. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for commenting. So this is that fun fold that I shared with you guys already, and it used the designer series paper here. I did grab a die from another stamp set that I had. I die cut out one of the flowers, so I did not color that myself, even though your Stampin' Blends would probably do a really good job with that flower. And then I just stamped the Hello Love on here. And this fun fold, I actually shared some fun folds, and I did a contest. So I shared some fun folds that my team made with featuring the same fun fold, and then they used whatever product they had on hand. I numbered them, and then people voted on them, and whoever the winner is, I'm going to be giving them a prize. So I'll be announcing that winner really soon. So if you didn't get a chance to vote, make sure you go over to that portion of my Facebook page and vote. So that's one of the cards here. And then I used some of that, the pretty, I'm trying to think, I think these are iridescent rhinestones, and they just go so well with just about anything. But I love that paper, love it all. You'll see here that even though I die cut this out of paper, you can have that stamp set do the same thing. Okay, and then here's another card that I designed, and hopefully you guys can get a good look at that. So I did die cut some of the leaves out. I did leave some of the pieces of the leaves in one and then popped out the other ones. A little speckle on there, and these two pieces were actually front and back. So that was one side and that was the other, and I just loved how well it went together, so I did that. And then this little twine here is part of our twine essentials pack. It's an essential. You really need that if you're a crafter at all, or you just want to jazz up your projects. I'm telling you, I use it a lot. So it's in our annual catalog, or if you're shopping online, it's called the Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. And you've got, I'm missing one out of here. I'm actually missing the crumb cake that I used on this. So you would get all of these spools. You can use them on different projects. And then these little enamel dots here, these are a new embellishment called Enamel Dot Essentials. So hiding underneath here is a white. There, you guys can see that now. I just love that. It looks so good on this project. And so I brought in some crumb cake to kind of tie all that in. So there's another card. And then I created this card here, and I heat embossed on black. I will be using this die cut a lot. This is one of the die cuts out of the bundle. So it's this one right here, and it's fabulous. So this right here is actually one of those flowers that I showed you from the designer series paper that you could die cut. And so that's what I did, or you could fussy cut it if you don't get the dies. And I just added a little vellum behind it to soften it up a little bit. And then these little gems here, these are also new. I pulled them out of the adhesive back studs. So this is with that motorcycle suite. If you had a chance to look through the catalog, these are the little studs or gems that go with that. And I just grabbed some to decorate this card here. Okay, so that was fun. I felt like I had something else I was going to tell you about this card, but I can't remember. It'll come to me. Okay, so, and then this card right here, this was a simple one. I just wanted to show off the paper. And then I did stamp that one little flower just in Blackberry Bliss, and I used that tag again. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you. So the tag is great in that you can stamp the hello in there. Well, I used a different die cut for this. This is the stitched rectangle die right here. But you could stamp the hello right on that banner die, right on this die right here. But you could also put hello friend, hello love, thanks friend, thanks love. So I just wanted to point that out, that it's just, it fits perfectly in there. So you could do it alone, or you could add a sentiment right with it. Okay, so there's that. And then these, I don't know if you can see them, but we've got little white enamel gems, and that's from that enamel gem essentials pack that I showed you earlier. So it's those right there. Okay, so when I was doing this card here, I thought, you know, I really love how it looks, but I wanted to maybe darken these flowers up a little bit. So I played around with sponging, and I didn't love the way it came out, so I just stuck with what it was. But just know, if you were light-handed with it, you could change the color of the flowers just a sponge. But honestly, I tried it. There's no reason to. The paper is stunning. It's gorgeous. You guys are going to love it. So here's that card. And then I wanted to show off those back pages. So you guys, you saw that we've got like one side is all flowers, and then you see all these geometric fun DSPs on the other side. So I decided to design a card featuring that. So I took that same label die, and I just die cut out a few of them. I even put it on a stitched rectangle. I don't know that you can see the stitched rectangle that's in black. And then I just backed it up a little bit with some, what did I use? I think smoky slate. And then I brought in those gems from the motorcycle studs. And then I just heat embossed love a couple times there. And then I also, there was like one stamp I hadn't used in the stamp set. Here's our stamp set, and I hadn't used this stamp yet, so I was like, I have to use it, and this is what I did. I just followed the same color scheme as I did across the front, and I just stamped that geometric shape down the side, and I just think that that turned out so cute. I feel like this is a kind of a masculine card. And this little love right here, that was die cut using this, and then this die cuts friend out perfectly. So there's that. Let me show you one more project, and then we'll get started on making our project. So this project right here, if you're familiar with triple stamping, this is essentially triple stamping, but with paper, with designer series paper. I just think it looks so cool. I did die cut out this flower out of the paper, and then I stamped friend on here and just die cut it out. But you don't really need a whole lot to jazz up this card because it's kind of busy, and it's perfect as it is. So this is the style of card that we're going to make today, but we're going to make a different portrait. We're going to make it portrait instead of landscape. So last week I had said, you know, hey, do you guys like to see the card that we're going to make first? And most people said yes. So this is the card that we're going to create today. You can see it's the same technique, right? Same technique, but we're just going to make it portrait instead of landscape. And then I'm going to show you just a few things. So let's get started with this card. I'm excited to share it with y'all. Let me get all my pieces out here. So like I said, this was one of the cards that we made for demo Stampin' Share, and I have one kit left. So if you're a demonstrator, reach out to me so that I can make sure that I get it to you. So let me show you how I created that. You're going to take some designer series paper, and this is actually really paper saving. And then we're going to use the stitched rectangles dies. So hopefully you guys have this. It's in the annual catalog. It is a absolute must. I'll make sure that I kind of tag this in my comments or something like that, because if you're not tracking this die set, you really need to be. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the largest of the rectangle dies, and you're going to place it down on the paper here. And then you're going to skip two. So we're going to skip those two, and we're going to pull the next size out. and then you would just lay that on your paper like so. And then you're going to skip 2 more and you'd pull out this next die. There we go. And then you would lay that on your paper. Then what you would do is you would run it through the die cutting machine, just like this. If you need to put washi tape over it or like a post-it note tape to hold it in place, you can do that. But magic of television, I've already die cut it all for us. So once you've die cut that, it's gonna look like this. So it still looks like that piece of DSP, but now you've got a couple frames. Okay, so if you separate these out, you've got this one, and this one. Now you do want to kind of pay attention to where, like the orientation of it, because you want it to look like one fluid piece. As you can see here, like this flower right here still looks kind of intact, even though it's got some framing behind it. So now what you want to do is you're going to take your designer's or your cardstock, and I just folded my cardstock in half, and I'm going to adhere this piece or this larger frame directly to my cardstock base. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of make sure that it looks like it's pretty even all the way around. There we go. Now for this next layer, I'm gonna grab another piece of petal pink, okay? And it's basically about 1/4 of an inch larger than that frame. I'll have to get the measurements down for you guys so that I can share that. And then we'll add this to that mat. Okay, just like that. And then I want to make sure that I'm still lining this up correctly. Yep, that's right. And then we're going to take this little piece and we'll add this to this mat. If that'll get out of my way. Okay, there we go. And then let's see, that goes right there. Okay, so you guys see how the card has come together. So simple, so easy. Now let me set that to the side for just a second, and we're going to make the little tag. So when they came to class, I actually already die cut this piece out for them, but I'm going to show you if you didn't have it die cut already, this is what I would do. So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper, and then we're going to take this largest stamp right here and some petal pink. I wanted to soften up that white so that it wasn't just this stark white contrast, and we're just going to ink this large flower up. Okay, and I'm going to stamp it right there. Okay, so you see it gives that gorgeous image. And then we're going to take our embossing buddy. This is that anti-static, if you guys remember from last week. Wipe that over there. Some Versamark. Make sure I'm still in the frame. And we're going to take the thank you stamp, or the thanks stamp, and I'm going to stamp this in Versamark and then get some black embossing powder on it. I wanted to emboss this so that it was just a little bit darker. I mean, you could probably stamp our Memento Black over it several times if you wanted to. That would work too, but I just really like the embossed look. So then we just shimmy and shake that powder in there. Okay, and we're gonna knock some of the excess off. There we go. Now we would just heat emboss this, right? And then I did do that already, so let me grab that. I was trying to save time, so now the question will be, can I find it? And here it is. Okay, so now that it's heat embossed, it's nice and shiny and raised. You can see that there. We're going to take that beautiful die and we're going to just die cut this out. Let me grab my little mini machine here. Now, if you're new to Stampin' Up, or maybe you've been a demonstrator before and you'd like to join again, you guys know that this little mini machine is more than half off with your starter kit. So you can purchase a new starter kit and get $175 worth of product plus this mini machine, which is awesome. Okay, let me line that up just like that so that you guys can see how I lined it up. And then I'm just gonna place my other plate over the top of it. So the mini machine will die cut certain dies out, especially if they're smaller like this one. They'll also do the smaller embossing folders. So it's a great travel option because it folds up for you. So if you are interested in a little mini machine, definitely think about the starter kit. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I can help you because it is a great time to get it. And I have the one in white, and it actually, you can choose the one in blue, which is boho blue, which is a brand new color that's coming out. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it. I just keep, well, actually, I think it's too late. Yeah, it's too late for me to get it now. I should have got it when I could pre-order it as a demonstrator. Okay, so you guys see how that came together, right? So there's that. Now let me also decorate the inside. Oh, I grabbed I just did a little stitching around this with the stitched rectangle again. And then we're going to bring in that big flower stamp. And we're just going to stamp Petal Pink along the side. Ink it up. Okay, you guys, the stamp is really pretty. So today I'm really focusing on the designer series paper versus like showing you different techniques on how you can color this stamp, but this stamp is gorgeous. Look at that. All right, so there's that. And because my card is kind of a dark color, I wanted to, let me grab another stamp here. I wanted to bring in some Memento Black to tie it in on the inside. Okay, we'll do a flower like this. Okay, there. And then we're gonna stamp love. So when someone gets this card, it'll say, thanks, love. There we go. So that's the inside of the card. Super simple. And let's assemble all these pieces together. And I didn't think I needed to do too much with the embellishing just because this is such a busy, beautiful card already. So I just left it. Now, honestly, you could take every single pattern in this paper and do this exact layering technique. It's called like triple stamping, but we'll call it triple DSPing, I guess. I don't know, that's corny. Okay, here's this, and we'll just layer that on here. Okay, we're almost done. I'm excited to hop on again today because, I mean, if you would have told me 2 years ago that I would go live on my Facebook business page, I would tell you you're nuts. And so here I am, week 3, I think. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then maybe in another 2 years, I'll get all the equipment set up and I can go live and actually show my face. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's put, now does this go here? Okay, it goes this way. I almost messed it up already. There we go. And I'm just gonna put a little dimensional on each end and we'll glue it down because it's already as thick as it can be. Okay, you guys have to let me know if you've tried this technique before. If you do decide to recreate this with some paper that you have, I would love to see it. So either share it in the comments down here, or if you're in my Facebook group, Honeybee Stampers, share it over there. I would love to see it. And yeah, I hope you guys like this project. I'm gonna bring in all the cards again to show you. Okay. Just center that. And then of course, you want to add a little DSP to your envelope there. So now you've got this great coordinating envelope and a nice little thank you card that you can give. So I hope you guys love that. Let me bring in all the projects from today that I shared. Move all this stuff out of the way. So here's that fun fold that you guys can go vote on. Some of my team members making their own version of that. And there's this card here. And then we've got this one, another triple stamping. This was a fun one for me because I just love these two paper combinations together and this little element down here. And I love, love, love this one. So simple to put together because all I had to do was die cut this and just heat emboss that. And then here's that masculine card that I showed you earlier. Okay, and then here's the host code for this month. Let me take a look at this stamp set and see how much it costs and if you could get this paper for free with it. Okay, so with this bundle, if you were to get the bundle all together, that means the stamps and the dies, it'd be $48.50. So you'd be just a little shy of the $50 mark to be able to get all of that gorgeous paper, all of this gorgeous paper for free. So that means you need to add something on. So I would recommend adding on either dimensionals or the stitch rectangles. You got to have those. Maybe even that twine. Oh, I have one more project to show you. So at Demo Stampin' Share, I did create this little project here as a little thank you for everyone. I always do a little Circe to thank everybody for attending. And so they got some little treats in here. And this paper right here is part of that designer series, this pack of designer series paper. It's just the other side of it. And then Mountain of Thanks, this is a brand new stamp set. And I mean, that whole suite is gorgeous. I'm going to have to devote some time to that. But I just wanted to show you another way that you could make something cute featuring that paper. So there's that. And then, oh, last thing before I hop off is I wanted to mention, I just shared this yesterday, a new event that I'm having at Honeybee Stamper Studio, but I'm also doing it online. It is with the different kits from the kits collection. So each month I'm going to feature a different kit. This month we're doing this kit right here, the Best Remedy kit. Super cute, you guys. And there's a twist to it. So you're going to have an opportunity to play a game that will allow you to get some free Stampin' Up! Product. So this is one of the cards that you'll make, and you'll make 3 of each of these. Here's another one. So adorable. And then here is the third one. So I think this pink one is my favorite. But you'll get the whole kit. You'll get your ink spot. You'll get some embellishments, a block, this stamp set that you'll get to reuse over and over again, plus a little gift from me featuring this cute little skunk, and an opportunity to hang out at the studio, or we'll do it on Zoom on the last Tuesday of this month, and it will be a great time. So you'll just bring your drink, hop onto the Zoom link, you'll have your kit because I'll be shipping them to you, and then you'll have such a great time, and I promise the game is super fun. So there's that. Let me know if you guys have any questions about any of that I shared today. Let me get this out of the way. I hope you guys love those projects, and I will see you next Wednesday to do our next happy hour with Honeybee Stampers. And those of you who are coming to Sweet and Simple card class next weekend, you'll be creating a card featuring this paper as well. All right. Have a great night, you guys. Bye.